EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Yellow. Hey, 57.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Hey, you gotta snap it.
And again, it's Chubb. There he goes, right side. Nick Chubb, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 57 yards. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. From the 21, here's a 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to change things up.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Hey, 31!
Up the middle, it's Chubb.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 72 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember...
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame.
So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He's got him in, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, well, those fastballs, it ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
That's complete to Tony. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Browns defense stands tall. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A give running right is Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 28-yard line.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Back at the 24-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson. They got his man complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Chris Jones on the stop.
early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, 31!
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Off of play action, it's Watson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Screen play, McKinnon.
He's across midfield.
The solid stiff arm. And finally taken down at the 34. First down now with that clock rolling.
A gain of 21 yards. And the first down, Chiefs.
Mahomes going to throw.
Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Steps away. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A two-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, 31!
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They run it again with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
26! Alert! 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 Hey, 59!
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Muscles him off. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 in the first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now it's Watson. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Browns first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Chubb running right. Shreds him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Flush to his right.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Greg Newsom.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Watson. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
24 is down, he's coming. Line him, go.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing now, Watson. Sliding out of the pocket.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Elijah Moore
From 10 yards out.
And the Browns have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it is 28-0.
28, Chiefs nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First down 10 at their own 32-yard line.
On Sunday. 15. Yellow.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Yellow. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday. 15. Hey, 57.
One final try for Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.